Hi Libra, welcome to your personal energy focus reading for health and wellness, career and money, and family, friends, and co-workers. We are going to look at these as the energies that you're going to be coming into as 2020 because we're already halfway through December. So with that said, God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Libra friends. I thank you for all the likes, the shares, the comments, the ringing the bell, the donations, the passersby, that stop in and engage and in the community. We thank you for all of them. I ask you to show us clearly what are the energies Libra will be navigating as we walk through the month or that we begin into the decade of 2020. So, we thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. So show us clearly what are the energies that Libra will be navigating as we go into this new decade starting in 2020. Okay. So in health and wellness, Libra, we're looking at truth. In career and money, wow, recognition and reward. I have chills right now. In family, friends, and relationships, co-worker relationships, we're looking at disruption. Okay, so just so you know, for these energies that I'm pulling, I've used John Holland's Psychic Tarot, which is an oracle deck. And before we go into clarifying these energies, we're going to pull an oracle message from the Enchanted Map, Colette Baron Reed's Enchanted Map. So God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, thank you for showing us these energies that Libra will be navigating as we enter into this new decade. Show us clearly what is the oracle message that goes with this reading for Libra. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Coming to life. Okay, that's exciting. Somebody else got that card too. I think it was Taurus. So let's read what it has to say. This is coming into the new decade. Something beautiful is being born in your life. Okay, so it says, when you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with our own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for this manifestation or this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now's the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. I love that. Okay, so we're going to see how that plays out in the message as we clarify these energies that are currently on the board for you, Libra, as we go into this new decade. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for showing us the energies on the table and giving us the oracle message. We ask you to clarify for us, what are these energies? Why are we looking at truth in our health and wellness? Give us some context to that. And why are we looking at recognition and reward in career and money? What's the context there? And then again, in family, friends, and co-workers, we see disruption. Please give us the context as we're looking to see what kind of energies we navigate as we enter 2020. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, before I start pulling cards, I just want you to know this is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, in case any of you are interested. One of my favorite decks to use. So we're starting out with Truth, clarifying truth, 7 of water, and Five of Water. Wow. In recognition and reward for our career and money, we have Page of Earth and Ace of Fire. I love that. And in disruption for family and friends and coworker relationships, we have Page of Water. Wow, and Three of Fire. Okay, love it. Okay, so Libra, your truth. This is the overriding energy for your health and wellness as you're moving into this new decade. So let's talk about this truth card because I absolutely love it. And I especially love it where it's fallen out in the reading as part of your health and wellness. Because whenever we find our truth, right? You look at this lady on this card and she is standing on one of the scales. We cannot see anything on the other scale, so we have to assume there's nothing there, yet the scales are balanced. So what this tells me is that she's come to understand who she is. She's come to the self-realization of her being. And because of that, right, she no longer needs anybody's approval. She no longer needs anybody's validation. She no longer needs anybody's permission to be who she is. She's just who she is. And it makes her light as a feather. And it gives her balance in her life. There's purple around here, right? And then she also has a purple scarf draped over the red tunic or whatever jacket that she's wearing. And I'm saying she, it could be a he, it doesn't matter. This is not gender specific. But the purple for me is always a symbol of royalty. And now she's taken that royalty and draped it over the limiting beliefs that she once had about herself, because the red for me is indicative of the root chakra, which is where we hold our limiting beliefs at, where we were told that we have to do life this way and go to work for 30 years and retire and get a gold watch and be happy and all that. But she's taken all of those limiting beliefs where we're told that we can never accomplish that because we're from just a little podunk town and nobody in a podunk town ever does anything big, or whatever those limiting beliefs were. She has taken the royalty, right, the scarf of royalty, and draped it over those limiting beliefs, because now she's walking in her power because she understands who she is. She understands that she is the product. See this golden light up here for me? That's God. That's the Holy Spirit. That's the guides, the angels. And she's looking out into the cosmos there, and she realizes that not only did her creator create her, but her creator created all that's out there. How beautiful is that, Libra? To have that understanding that the energy that creates all of this also created you. And the energy that created all of that, the energy that creates worlds, lives inside of you. And it gives you this feeling of lightness and of relief. It gives us a feeling of relief when we truly understand the depth of what that means. So it says that it's getting clarified with the Seven of Water, which is about all these options. And I feel like what this is saying is that, and if you're not here in this energy yet, you have the opportunity to walk into it. Some of you could have been in it in the recent past, because energy is very fluid and everybody's at a different place on their journey. But this right here is telling me that this creature had all kinds of options, right? And she realized that her best option was to be true to who she is, to be true to understanding her magnificence, right? And because whenever we try to line up with what other people's ideas of us are, all of these other things, right? Those little fishies all around there, they can be punctured with a spear. A spear can puncture them, go through and through. But this one in the center, right? It's a shell. So it's got a harder surface. So it's harder to penetrate it and pierce the surface of it. So let's talk about that for a minute. So this talks about her choosing to be that creature, the one that nobody can tell her anymore that she can't do this because. Nobody can tell her anymore that she's not good enough to blah, blah, blah. All those limiting beliefs, right? Those limiting beliefs where you think you can do something and somebody pierces that idea with a spear. You can't do that. I'm going to tell you why. So she has decided to stand in the solidness of who she truly is. Again, not gender specific. But in her deciding, this is very important, in her deciding, this is more like, this harder shell is more like a guard to her heart. This is underwater, so this is about emotions, right? It's deep feelings. It's like a guard to her heart. In other words, before you can come in my heart and play there, you have to show me your credentials. And not in a way of distrust, just in a way of honoring your heart, because you value who you are. The things that are very valuable, for instance, let's just say the president, right? The office of the presidency is very valuable, and in our country, the United States, we value it, and we show that value by giving them Secret Service agents and protect secret bodyguards and whatever. People have to their intentions have to be good to be able to meet with the president. I know that's kind of storybook. This isn't a political talk, but the idea of it all, right? It's about the idea of it all. So this is what you've decided, that your truth is valuable, right? And that you're going to be very much more discriminate about who you allow in, because not everybody, and it's not about you're better than anybody or I'm better than anybody or anybody's not as good as us. It's about, what are we going to allow in? Or are we going to allow more limiting beliefs? Or are we going to, that kind of stuff. It's also about releasing all of the limiting beliefs, the sadness, the sorrow, the regret from the past that this didn't happen and that didn't happen because so-and-so said or whatever. This is about releasing all that. It's the Five of Cups, and in the Five of Cups, the traditional tarot, they're looking at the spilled cups, and there's two cups behind them, so they don't ever see what's actually there for them. But again, she is in a place of deep feelings and deep emotions, and look at her heart. It's on the outside of her, and it's black, right? So she's releasing from down here all of the worries, all of the grief. She's releasing it up to the surface to allow it to remove itself from her, because it causes heaviness. And because this is where Spirit's saying that that the energies are ripe right now for you to do this stuff and stand in your truth. And some of you, like I said, could already be standing in your truth. Some of you could be wankering a little bit, but whichever is the case, right, the energies are ripe for this to all be taking place right now, where you actually have this kind of lightness in your heart. I went on a very long time with that. I'm sorry. So recognition and reward. This is career and money, right? So I feel like universe is just basically bowing to you in this particular instance. This is my card for whenever I'm looking at energies, personal energy focus. This is my card for the universe saying, great job, you're doing a great job, just keep on doing what you're doing. They're saying that you have taken nothing and turned it into something on more than one occasion. I feel like within your job, maybe you've offered new services or showed your seniors, your senior management how to offer more services, and you've done it with such an innocent, pure heart and intention that it was received in a way that it was beneficial to them. Or you did this within your own company, right? And it's about bringing yourself, right? You brought yourself out of this heaviness, out of this, you allowed your intentions to be pure, and you took this heaviness and you said no more, and you jumped through that portal and freed yourself to express yourself in a way that's true to who you are. And again, whether it benefits the company that you're working for or it benefits your own company, it fills you up because you're walking in your truth and you're expressing in a way that that gives you freedom. Again, if this is not where you are, this is where the energies are aligning together to allow you to walk into it. It's not, Spirit never waves a magic wand and fairy dust and says, here, have all this. We participate. Spirit provides the energies and we can walk into them, right? So then we have disruption where it comes to family, friends, and coworkers. Nobody wants disruption, right? So I feel like what Spirit's saying is, whenever we are interacting with our family and friends, we need to hone this energy of freedom right here. Hone that energy of freedom that we found in ourselves and be like a child in the sense that we allow others to have their freedom too. Like a child in the sense that there's no agendas, we don't need to fix anybody. We just all want to play together and enjoy each other. This is a very, very beautiful energy to be walking in, and it dissipates or dissolves this feeling of needing to control things, this feeling of needing to or not being able to control things. You know, it's not our job to fix other people, right? And in this energy right here, it's never our intention to fix other people. And when it comes to the people we love, it's about truly taking our hands off the wheel and allowing Spirit to do its job with those other people. So then we can now blindly, with no steering wheel, we're not trying to drive anybody else's life. We're just allowing them to be who they are. And then this feeling of, oh, I can't fix it, dissipates because Spirit does what's best for them in their lives. And we trust that. And we know that. We take our hands off the wheel. And then our relationships are more pure and childlike in that there's no agendas. We can just all love each other and walk in harmony. Okay? All right, so now we're going to look at the PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our Libra friends. I thank you so much for the message on the board for them. I ask you to show us clearly what's the PS that goes with this message, with these energies that we could be looking at as we go into 2020. Okay, we thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. So PS, they're saying, look, we're moving you into smoother water, right? All the things that we held on to and that we worried about, whenever we hold on to stuff and worry about it, that's what causes these times of disruption. And sometimes this is just about really an epiphany about understanding things differently or seeing things differently. And whenever we do and we let go of our need, you're an air sign, right? The swords represent the air signs, all in our head. So we let go of our need to control outcomes, and then our life becomes smoother. We move into a whole different way of experiencing things. Look, here's the Chariot moving you forward, saying yes. Move forward in a way that allows you to be who you are, but also gives other people permission to be who they are too. And it moves everybody forward in that manner. And there's your Justice card, right? What this is saying, Libra, is that this is absolutely, these aren't the same card. I'm not saying that. This one is Judgment, I think. Yeah, this one is Judgment. This one's Justice. So this is about judging ourselves worthy, right? Coming into our fullness. But this is about, but when we do that, our scales do balance. Remember, I tell you, she's standing on this scale. That scale has nothing on it, but it's perfectly balanced. When we do that, we bring justice into our own life. We are the ones who ultimately balance our lives this way in justice, right? So they're moving you into smoother water, that's for sure. They are the wheel or the engine that's moving you forward. They are the momentum behind you, moving you in this direction, and it brings balance and justice into not only your lives but to the lives around you also. So that is your personal energy focus. Again, you could have already been navigating through this. You could be in it right now, or you could be about to go to it. Whichever the case, the energies are there for us to take advantage of and navigate in a way that's beneficial to us. Okay, and that is your personal energy focus going into 2020. Thank you, Libra. Until next time, have a super duper day. Bye.